So what I did was I looked at, organic food has been growing double-digit growth rates for organic food in the last 20 years, last 15, 20 years, except for 2009, but then it went right back up in 2010. It was because of the recession. The logic is like, okay, it's growing, therefore we should be seeing, environmental improvements. Well, what's happening is the logic of the market is that there's this greater demand, so there has to be more sourcing of organic food and inputs, raw materials from the United States only has 7% of the world's organic farmland. So we have to source it from outside the country. Everybody here has probably heard of food miles. Well, I wanted to find out what happens, not just the impacts of the transit of that food, but what happens on the ground where that food is grown. And I went to South America, I went to Paraguay and spent time on a organic sugar plantation and mill, and they produce a third of all the organic sugar that's consumed in the United States. They sell to the company that makes Silk soy milk, and General Mills, which owns Muir Glen, and a couple other organic brands. So the sugar is sort of everywhere. And what they're doing essentially to expand their organic cropland to meet this greater demand is they're deforesting. And that's not what people have in mind when they look for the organic seal. So these are the kinds of potential outcomes that can, it can sort of backfire on us. And the other side of the food situation is I spent time with some small, holistic, beyond organic farmers in New York, in upstate New York. And what I found there is while they know how to farm in ways that are environmentally sustainable, what the block is that doing that kind of farming is not economically sustainable. So even though they charge exorbitant amounts often, not all the time, but even though a lot of the food that you get at the farmer's market can be very expensive, those farmers often are not earning enough money to buy the very food that they grow and sell. And this is something that really gets overlooked, and it's crucial. If we want this kind of farming to work, people have to get paid a living wage so that they can do it and so they can continue doing it.